a prince, a pro-democracy activist, a former minister and governorship aspirant, a man of many parts. Our guest today is a teacher, journalist, lawyer, and politician. He's a man of many parts and has been spokesman for many groups in the country. You meet our guest after this break. This is the Sunday Interview. I'm Jokeli Jado. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our guest today wears many caps. He is a pro-democracy activist. He was a member of the National Democratic Coalition, Adedayo. He's a former Minister of State for Works and presently the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Prince Adeyeye. You're welcome to the program, Prince.
Thank you for having me.
So let me ask you, you've been privileged to witness two eras, and by that I mean post-independent era and, pre-independent era, obviously. What was it like growing up a prince in that era?
Well, I was born just about 3 years to independence in 1960. So I can't talk so much about
your experience.
Pre-independence.
Yeah.
I think I can talk about post-independence. Though my father was the Oba of my town, it's a Ekiti Kingdom. In the Ekiti State, he was one of the foremost traditional rulers in the Ekiti State, and he was on the throne for close to 50 years.
Wow.
But I never grew up in the palace. When I was very young, like at the age of about 6 years, my father requested that my mother should take me to our relatives in another town called Ekiti to live with them. He didn't want me to, probably didn't want me to be spoiled. I said I should go and live with the relatives of my mother.
Okay.
And so my mother took me in 1964 to go and live in Ekiti, where I started primary school. And the conditions there were far poorer than what we... Not that it was really affluence in the palace or anywhere like that. At least the conditions in my place was far better. But what mattered most was love. The people radiated love towards me. They showered love on me. I was very happy. As a child, even though there were no material comfort per se, we slept on bare ground there, no mattress, no bed. I never have any feeling of deprivation. I was a very happy child. I played with my friends. Immediately after school, we go and play football, do all kind of things until we are very tired, and we come back home around 7:30 to eat dinner. And then we can still go around and do some other play, moonlight plays, and then we go and sleep tired.
So who were some of your earliest influences, people that you would say, as a child, formed you as a man now?
A man called Reverend Father Nelly. He was an Irish man, because I went to a Catholic school, and he was the principal of the school. When I look at the life of those people, the life of sacrifice, these are people who left Ireland, where there was great comfort, and decided to come to a remote place like Ekiti. And these were people who had master's degrees, one in physics, one in English, well-educated people. For them to come, that's what I see as sacrifice, and that's what I expect our Christian leaders to do nowadays. Not just a life of comfort, but at least to give something to society. Those people left Ireland to come and evangelize in Ekiti. And by so doing, many of us remain very good Christians today. So I saw the life of sacrifice in them. Then getting to higher institutions, University of Ibadan, A lot of my lecturers, I was much impressed with them because those were the era of re-intellectualism in Nigeria. Quality education in the 70s in the universities. So those were the people that made very much influence on me, apart from when I started working. When I started working, I found myself in journalism even when I didn't read mass comm. I found myself in journalism by accident. After my master's degree, I was employed in the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria in 1981. I worked there for about 1.5 years. Then in 1983, I joined the Punch newspapers. And from there, I had encounter with politicians a lot, particularly because I was then the features editor. And in that capacity, I was opportuned to interview Chief Awolowo many times in the course of that year, during the campaigns of 1983. And because of that, I got to know him very well, and he got to know me as well. And some of the things, he inspired me as a politician. And I must confess that since that time, I have never seen any politician of his quality, even up to today.
And let me ask you, growing up, did you have any kind of nicknames that your friends gave you, funny nicknames that your friends used to call you?
Well, when I was growing up, in secondary school, my friends called me, you know, at that time, we were just hearing of this Premiership League. And then we weren't watching the football. There was no television in Ekiti at that point in time. In fact, in Nigeria, there was no way to watch Premiership League. I just had the name Asna. So they used to call me, I just gave myself that name. And my friend used to call me Asna, something like that. But after secondary school, it faded away, and then that was it.
And seeing that they call you Asna, do you like sports? Do you enjoy sports?
I was not a sports person. Usually, I was very small in my class, one of the youngest. In my secondary school, I was not really good in any particular sport. Though I like doing sports, but I didn't excel in it. What I mean is that I like to play a lot, play football, but that will not bring me to the school team. But I just like to play for fun, for relaxation, that's all.
So what do you do for fun now?
I still do sports. I do workouts in my house here. I go to my gym, I exercise there. Sometimes I like to play table tennis a lot and do some other sports.
Do you have any vices, something you've tried so hard to stop, but you've not been able to?
Well, I don't have anything that I tried to stop that I've not been able to stop. When I was younger at the university, I used to drink. It was common in those days, 70s, where we enjoyed our life in the university. We had plenty of money, bursaries, scholarship, a lot of things.
Left and right.
So we drank a lot. I used to drink and drink and drink and drink all sort of whether wine, hot drinks, beer. I carried that up to youth service. After youth service, I continued for many years. But nowadays, I hardly drink at all. I'll be able to stop it. I hardly drink. I never smoked in my life. I hate even the smell of cigarettes. So when we were younger, we were humanizing and doing so, but all those things, I'm able to leave everything. I think right now, I cannot think of any vice that I still have.
So what has given you the greatest satisfaction in life? What would you say has given you the greatest satisfaction, and why?
I love my family. What has given me the greatest satisfaction is my family, my wife and my children. I'm happy in their company. I'm very excited when I'm with them. I feel like I'm secured when they are around. So I'm happy with the children that God has given me, the wife God has given me, and the children God has given me. They have all given me joy. I've never had problem with any of my children at all. They are very responsible people. We brought them up in a Christian way, and they have continued to follow the Christian way. And I'm so happy about that.
And what would you say is your greatest achievement? You know, seeing how far you've come, what would you say, you know, you felt, oh, well, this is my greatest achievement?
Well, I believe that there is a lot for me to still do. I have had a lot of disappointments in my political career. I entered politics like many things that I have done by accident. I found myself in the campaign of Chief Olufalaye. as his director of media. That was 1990 to 92. Then I found myself in the campaign of Chief M. Abiola again as media advisor, 1993, up 93. We did all this. None of them were never successful. That was a big disappointment. Because maybe if they were successful, that is, if either of them actually become president,
as president,
I could have maybe be in the villa a long, long time ago, be in the corridors of power a long time. But that didn't happen. We found ourselves in the trenches in Adedayo, and then I came to Afenifere, and I contested for Senate twice. I didn't succeed, which was a big disappointment to me. But every time, like Chief Awolowo said, the point is not in falling, but in being able to rise every time you fall. So every time I have these disappointments, I pick myself up, I pray to God, God lifts me up, and I just keep on moving. And what gives me satisfaction is there are a few positions in which I have in which God has graciously given me opportunity to serve. I think people believe that I did well. For example, at a very young age, I was National Publicity Secretary of Afenifere. That was when, in the days of Afenifere, when Afenifere was real Afenifere, controlling 6 states in Nigeria, under the leadership of Papa Abraham Adeson as leader, Shibola as deputy leader, people like Chief Adedayo, Professor Bolaji Akemi, General Alani Akana, Baba Olaniwa Ajayi, Adebanjo, top Yoruba leaders. And I found myself serving with these people in the executive, as probably the youngest of them, which Jimmy Agbaje and co. Jimmy Agbaje came into. So, and in that capacity, people said, yes, Adeyeye really did well. We projected the image of our Afenifere far beyond the shores of this country. People, it was a dreaded organization because of the image and the impression yes, that we created for it. And then I became the National Public Secretary of AD, in the days of AD too. And I remember my becoming National Public Secretary of AD, I was not even at the convention. I didn't want to come to the convention, but Bola Tinubu and co said, I must come in there and become the National Public Secretary. And that was how I became National Public Secretary. I discharged my responsibilities very well until I resigned to contest for governorship in Ekiti in 2006. The primaries of that governorship was another disappointment for me because they claimed that I lost, which I didn't believe I won. And that made me actually to take a major radical decision to leave the party to join PDP. And because I felt extremely cheated, I felt betrayed by people who have worked together, that I have served an organization in which I have contributed so much, and they have nothing but that was the way to reward me. I felt extremely disappointed.
All right, now see, you talked about some of the disappointments you've had politically. Would you say that you've seen yourself making any political mistake in your career?
Not that I have made mistakes, but I believe that I have taken a lot of things for granted. Particularly the support of people. I always take the support of some people for granted because by my nature, when I am with you, we are friends, we are colleagues, you can take me for my word. But I discovered that politics is never like that. People give you their word, they say, oh, we are with you, whereas they're actually against you. And that has caused me disappointments on a number of occasions. But nevertheless, like I give all glory, all adoration to God because, like I said, God picks me up. I keep on moving. I remember 1999, I was the only one that lost Senate election in the AD, in the entire Southwest. But I don't think anybody among those who even won is still in the limelight as I am today. So subsequently, I became a minister in the Federal Republic. I did my best there. And my party found me worthy to be appointed as among only 7 people to run PDP for the last 18 months. 1 per geopolitical zone. The meeting where they decided to choose me to represent Southwest, I was not even there. That shows that people have confidence in you. They believe you're a person of integrity because the party was looking for those who they could trust, who are honest and people of integrity. And I'm so honored to have been counted worthy as being a person of integrity.
Particularly as the mouthpiece of
the party, yes.
Well, we'll go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll still be speaking with the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party and former Minister of State for Works, Prince Adeyeye. Adedayo, stay with us.